all, welcome back to our agentic playlist. And in the last lab, what we did was we understood what is the need of MCP, what is MCP, what is it? It's a protocol, it's not a framework, okay? And we understood what was the problem and why MCP came to help us, and now it is going to act as a type C for all the LLMs. So you will have your tools and MCP servers which is supporting all kinds of agentic framework. All right, so that all we understood, and if you have not seen, you can go and see the previous video. And today what we are going to do is, with one understanding that to run MCP servers on my system, I need to make use of WSL, which is what is WSL? It's a Windows subsystem for Linux, but you have other alternative also. You can run a dual boot machine, or you can use a virtual machine, or you can use anything. But as of today, a simple straightforward steps we will do, we'll follow some installation steps, and what we are going to achieve is we are going to have a WSL running in our system with our Cursor UV package manager, all that installation, GitHub repository cloned, everything done. Okay, which GitHub repository? GitHub, yeah, let's see. You are following this repository, the agentic Dpoint. Okay, so this repository we will clone. So we are going to install Linux, then we are going to install UV package manager, then we are going to install Cursor, then we are going to clone this agentic Dpoint for you to practice on. So all that setup we will do, and in the coming video we are going to run the MCP servers lab. Okay, with that mentioned, let's get started. So what I'll do first is I'll open PowerShell. Let me do that. Yeah, and let me bring it on the screen, and let me improve. Yeah, okay, let me clear everything, and let me also, yeah. So the first thing that you will do is you will say WSL hyphen install. So what it does is it basically tries to get the latest version of Ubuntu and installs in your system. Okay, but in my case it's already exist. So what all things exist in my system, if I show you hyphen list, so you can see there is Docker desktop and there is Ubuntu, two things which WSL can run in my system. Now you can see this as default. So if I simply say WSL, what it is going to run is it is going to run a Docker desktop. Okay, you can see the path changed. This was my original path, now it changed. But what is it that I want to do? I want to run Ubuntu. So either I can make Ubuntu as default, or I will use a different flag to say explicitly run Ubuntu. So let me exit out of the Docker desktop, and what I'm going to do is WSL-D, and I want to say run Ubuntu. Now we can see that I am now in my Linux system. Okay, so it was very straightforward, no dual system, no virtual machine, nothing, just WSL and install, that's it, done. Okay, so what is the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to install the package manager. So for that, what I'm going to do is let me do this thing. Yeah, I don't think I need to run anything else again. Yeah, okay. So then we have to let me copy this. Yeah, okay, so I'm using curl. Okay, remember that I am now in Linux, so I'm going to use Linux commands as well. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm using curl to download the UV package manager. Okay, so if I'll do that, I have already done this, but if I do that, you can see it's downloading. Okay, so after installation is completed, yeah, everything installed, so we are good. So now I have this also. Let me also similarly get Cursor as well. So what do I do after installation? Yes, all right. So let me do one thing. So we have done with installation of Ubuntu, then we are done with installation of UV package manager. Now we will simply paste, and we are going to use curl to install Cursor. So I've already done it, but if I'm running it once again, it's trying to download and install in my system. So once this is done, then we are going to do what? Yeah, all right. Yeah, just run this command and it will be added to your path in the Linux system. Okay, and then we will go back to our this thing, and then I'm going to make use of HTTP or SSH, whatever you want to use, and finally I'm going to clone to a specific place. So what I can do is one thing I'll show you. Okay, to avoid any kind of confusion, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm not cloning it here. You can clone it here also, but yeah, you can clone anywhere in this system. So let's see. You can do multiple things, okay. One thing, you can either say get clone and paste, and you can do this clone, or what I can do is I can go to this place, okay, where I have it already, okay. So can I go it directly? Now I have to go in a different manner, but here in my E drive in the Windows I have it, right? But from my Linux I can open it, okay. So how do I open it? Okay, to avoid the confusion of file paths, what I did is I came to the home directory using this command, and what I can do is I can do get clone here, or let me do list, and I can go to CD projects, and what do I have here? I have agentic notebook and some agents. So here I can do get clone and paste this, so my thing will get open here, okay. Now I can see in my ls that I have agentic Dpoint, so I'll go to agentic okay, agentic, I don't know why it's not okay. And then, so I'm not concerned about where and what, but now what I'll do is I'll open cursor and dot. So what open this, I'm not worried about paths. Wherever this project is there, I'm going to open cursor, and you can say now it is running in the WSL environment, okay. So there is few more things that we need to see here to set up the cursor for our WSL. One thing I want to highlight, this cursor is not the one that we installed in the Windows system, but this cursor is the one that we installed in the Linux. That's why when you're typing cursor in the Linux subsystem, it is recognizing because you have installed cursor in the Linux environment, okay. So this is straightforward. One more thing that people could do is, let me open it, yeah, you can see this one is outside, this one is running in my Windows, and this one is running in the Linux subsystem. So one more option that we have is, let me show you that, but you are good, but let me show you what you can do is you can go to preferences. Where is preference? I think Control Shift P, yeah, preferences, and then you can say WSL connect to WSL in new Windows. So you can use this option, but then there is connection, etc, etc. So instead of all these connections and more configurations, what you can do is you can ignore all this. You can install your cursor in the WSL, and you can open from the system itself. So I hope you are good now. With this setup, in the coming lab we are going to run our MCP server. So that's all for today. We installed WSL, then we installed cursor, we installed UV package manager, we did git clone, and we were able to open our project from the WSL in the Windows. So that's all for today. In the coming lab, let's run WSL, I mean my bad, let's run MCP servers. All the best. Do mention in the comments if any suggestions or improvement or anything else you are looking for. But to support me, you can click on the subscribe button, you can click on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming video, and stay tuned, and let's get professional together. So all the best.